Great men and great cigars have always gone together, so it's not surprising that some of the most influential and well-known people of the 20th century have taken up this time-honored habit. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Celebrities That Smoke Cigars. In today's video, we will tell you about famous celebrities who smoke cigars. But before we start our countdown, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon as well. Number 1. George Burns. He said that his practice of smoking 10 to 15 cigars every day over a span of 7 decades was what kept him nimble on stage. He once said, "If you have to stop your act to keep lighting your cigar, the audience leaves." Number 2. Groucho Marx. Eden Marx gave Groucho Marx the order to put out his cigar or find a new wife. Groucho Marx chose to get a new wife. After seeing an advertisement for 30 beautiful minutes in Havana, he decided to treat himself to a pure Havana, which cost him 10 cents. After the 6th cigar, the shop owner realized his mistake and kicked Groucho out of the shop because each successive smoke lasted only 20 minutes. Number 3. Dizzy Gillespie. The trumpeter renowned for his groundbreaking bebop music couldn't afford good cigars during his early career, but decades later he avidly indulged in Cuban Joyo de Monterreys and Romeo y Julietas. Gillespie long had an appreciation for things Cuban. Cuban trumpeter Mario Bauza befriended the young Diz during the 1930s, dramatically influencing his musical style. Number 4. Zino Davidoff. "If your wife doesn't like the smell of your cigar, change your wife," said the late Swiss cigar legend who started his long and successful career in the 1930s working in his father's Geneva tobacco shop. The Russian immigrant helped make the high-end Pt2 series of cigars by Joyo de Monterrey, and in 1970 he started selling his own brand of Cuban cigars. He wrote the Connoisseur's Book of the Cigar, which many in the business see as the Bible. Number 5. Whoopi Goldberg. Goldberg was nominated for an Oscar for her role in The Color Purple, and in Ghost, she won the award for Best Supporting Actress. When it comes to cigars, she's just as hard to put in a box. Even though she likes small cigars best, she has been known to smoke a big Cohiba once in a while. Number 6. Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth was one of the best baseball players of the 20th century. The Babe liked to eat, drink, and smoke cigars. While he was still in Boston, he put money into a cigar factory that made cheap cigars with his picture on the package. He once said, "I smoked them until my face turned blue." Number 7. Steve Harvey. Steve joined the cigar crowd late. When his son was born when he was in his early 40s, he really got going. Since then, he smokes cigars every day, even when he has a full schedule. He shows this by smoking, and he likes what he calls 20-minute smokes. Most of the time, these quick smokes are short cigars with a strong ring gauge and a mild to medium flavor. Number 8. Cam Newton. Newton is one of the athletes who helps others the most. He knows that you should not smoke too many cigars at once. Even though cigars are much better than cigarettes, he never smoked cigarettes. There aren't many things that athletes love more than a cigar after a big win. After a tough loss, sometimes you need a cigar to help you feel better. Cam Newton smoked cigars to calm down after the Denver Broncos beat the Carolina Panthers in Super Bowl 50. Some people have hobbies, but Cam Newton turned his love of cigars into a business. The Ultimate Cigar Club, to be exact. Number 9. Josip Broz Tito. In 1971, Josip Broz Tito, the leader of the Socialist Federal Republic of Yugoslavia, was a guest of the United States. He was given the highest honors there. During a meeting with Nixon, Tito lit a Cuban cigar in a room full of reporters and photographers. The move was provocative for 2 reasons. First, smoking in the White House was strictly forbidden since 1946. Second, the meeting happened when America and Cuba were at their most hostile, and it makes sense that Fidel Castro gave Tito to the meeting. Nixon was forced to act. "Mr. President, we do not smoke here in the White House," said astonished Nixon. Tito looked at him, kept smoking, laughed, and said, "Lucky you," in a cold voice. Number 10. Red Auerbach. From 1949 to 1966, Red Auerbach was a coach in the NBA, mostly with the Boston Celtics. During his time as an NBA coach, smoking was allowed inside sports arenas, and many coaches smoked on the bench. Auerbach took it a step further and started smoking a victory cigar when his team was sure of winning. His favorite cigar was a huge Hoyo de Monterey, and his smoke made both opposing coaches and the top people in the NBA mad. Auerbach would sit on the bench and puff happily when the game was over. Number 11. David Letterman. Letterman has made cigars famous on late-night TV because he smokes them on and off. During commercial breaks, he would often sneak a few puffs from a double Corona-sized cigarette. Often, the camera would catch him in the act, with smoke coming out of his mouth and a "who me" look at his face. Guests on his show would bring Cuban gifts, but Madonna's 1994 appearance was the most memorable. She used a cigar and a colorful language in a way that Freud didn't have to explain. So that's it for today. Share your views in the comments section below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon for all the latest updates.